Congress has unveiled a stopgap spending bill to keep the federal government funded through mid-March. The bill would also provide more than $100 billion in emergency aid that would go to areas ravaged by Hurricanes Helene and Milton.
But not all lawmakers are behind this, or not all Republicans. Arizona's Eli Crane saying, quote, "Attention members of Congress, if you're supporting the creation of DOGE by Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, but you constantly support continuing resolution and debt ceiling increases, you might want to take a hard look in the mirror. The American people aren't stupid." Dan Meuser is here, Pennsylvania congressman, joins us on this. Congressman, thank you so much for that. Let's start with the continuing resolution, more than 1,500 pages. Where are you in your read of that bill? Because you're reading it entirely, of course, as everyone in Congress is. You have plenty of time to do it. Are you in support of it?
Well, one thing the American people should know, we knew about 90% of this bill well before we received it in portions. So there's a good 10% that we're reviewing, and frankly, a fair amount of it is troubling. As you're mentioning, it's about $120 billion higher than what a straight CR would be, and I wouldn't be comfortable with a straight CR in the first place. But there are some good aspects of it, and Speaker Johnson and others, and we all did the best to negotiate. But nevertheless, it's not something that fits well with the trends, as you mentioned. When we're talking DOGE, and then we're talking $110 billion, which includes some funding for the Francis Scott Key Bridge, that gets a little schizophrenic, right? We're looking to reduce, not increase. But keep in mind, Joe Biden is still in the White House. Chuck Schumer is still in the Senate. We're not in charge yet. The new sheriff is not yet in town, and they will be, though, come January 20th. That's part of the thinking of sending this off until March. But I have serious questions regarding voting yes on it.
Yeah, kind of a strategy right now, buy some time, wait until the Trump administration is sworn in and installed and well on their way, and then maybe reevaluate spending. I mean, how much damage could be done by all of this excess spending, and then you want to reverse it all?
Correct. But again, a lot of it is within the CR, and almost $100 billion of it is for the disaster relief, which, you know, act of God, which appears to be necessary. But frankly, Emma, I'm not sure if that's been as scrutinized as it will be moving forward, not just under DOGE, but under the President Trump's team of business people and those who know how to scrutinize budgets, leading the various agencies, and that's what I'm looking forward to. So, as of right now, I'm leaning no on this bill. And now, let's face it, that means if there could be a government shutdown, but if that's the negotiating we need to do, that's the position of strength we need to maintain. We do have the majority.
Yeah, leaning no, at least in this moment right now. Where do you stand with leadership? At what point the Speaker said he would not push forth a CR? He indeed has reversed that. Now he is pushing a CR. There are several of your colleagues that have been outspoken about Speaker Johnson doing so, not happy about that. Where do you stand?
Well, it's the only way at this point to avoid a shutdown. We are negotiating with the Senate, which is run by Chuck Schumer, and the Biden White House. Very, very unwilling participants in this negotiation, right? They want to spend another $1 trillion on top of where we already are. That was Joe Biden's budget, by the way. It was $1.4 trillion more. Kamala Harris had something like $1.8 trillion more, if, God forbid, she would have gotten in. So we're nowhere near that excessiveness. And as far as the Speaker's concerned, and many others, by the way, Republicans feel that if this is the best we could do for right now, we do this just through March, then we are in charge and run a budget how we believe it will be very fiscally responsible and pro-growth.